common man, an average man. Do you realize what it means to be average? That means you're the best of the lousiest, and the lousiest of the best. Now, if we demand more and more for producing less and less, while the have-not nations encourage and inspire and indeed require hard work and maximum effort, if we deify the common men while they encourage and reward the uncommon ones, well, the end result of such a lopsided race as that is too obvious to require elaboration.
Esoteric hockey mind. Wow, what a great big bubble mind.
And what do you think of my defense now?
That's not bad. I'm tired of Brett Favre.
Stop! We're coming. We're coming.
Optics in your mirror may be closer than they appear.
Yeah, baby.
Some joker was going to write about what kind of game we said it was going to be. Arizona was a tough guy town. Seattle is a tough guy town.
Brown from Brown. He's fourth in the North. This is the Common Man program. Good afternoon, and ack to you and yours. I'm the Common Man, Dan Cole. Along with Tennessee, we're at Hazeltine National Golf Club in Chaska for the Federated Challenge Big Brothers Big Sisters annual golf tournament. They're raising all sorts of money. They had the gala last night, the tournament today. It was CC Tennessee, Chris Carter, who famously said one time, everybody needs to have a fall guy. He was the guest speaker last night, and he did a very heartfelt, impassioned plea to people in speech to talk about how big, how important Big Brothers and Big Sisters is. So, and this is the culmination after the gala. They had a morning shotgun, there an afternoon shotgun, and lots of good food too. I just had lunch while you were busy frantically trying to get us on the air. It was like I was like the starting pitcher that was having all kinds of trouble, and the manager had to come out and take me out. You came in, you got on. It was so much fun to watch. It's you and Jared. And I
went to Jared.
You went to Jared.
I went to Jared.
You went to Jared. You were FaceTiming with him, trying to figure out how to get us, because we would connect with the station, and then it would disconnect, and then we would connect, and then we would disconnect, and we weren't going to get on the air.
I'm a big FaceTime with the engineers because they will give you language you don't understand. So I need you to point out, hey, hit the little red button over here.
Yeah, it was. I'm just glad you were here. It's been so long since because Jeff Lamont, one of our salespeople extraordinaire, he sells most of the Tee to Green broadcasts. So he comes along and sets everything up.
Does everything for you.
He's the
you didn't
roadie.
have to do anything.
I didn't have to do anything. So he's the roadie now. And so this was the first time, and I'm looking at, matter of fact, I didn't even have Cradle Point plugged into the system. I had Cradle Point plugged in and all the antennas on it. And I
didn't even know it was called Cradle Point.
Yeah, it's called Cradle Point.
Yeah.
And I just like saying Cradle Point. You know me. I love all the technology. So, but we got on the air. And Thank
you to Jared Wells.
Yeah, and this is how great a guy Nordo is. Nordo said, I really like your guys' show, and I'd like to run the board for it sometime. Nordo, thank you very much. We appreciate that.
Thanks for having me, gentlemen.
Yeah.
No,
he's excited.
Pleasure. Yes.
Yeah.
He sounds elated.
Yeah. what happened was we're going to throw a program director, Chad Abbott, under the bus. He's up like in the Boundary Waters or Grandview.
Yeah, his troubles are behind him.
His troubles are behind him. He's north of the Anoka County line. He was the one that set all this up. Well, he didn't put it on the schedule to tell you. I just assumed you knew.
I did not know until you texted me.
This is last night, and that's why I did it, because I was wondering myself. And I said, reminder. And you said, well, it's not a reminder when it's the first time I've heard of it. Well, then, it's like, now we've done this, I don't know how many years in a row. This is 5, 6, 7, I don't remember how.
13, 14.
Yeah, 13, 14 years, 6, 7 for sure, that we broadcasted from the tournament for Big Brothers Big Sisters, because it's a big deal, as Big Brothers Big Sisters would lead you to believe. And Abbott's kind of been the driving force here, and
I should have known when I didn't know that we were going to be here, that a board op wouldn't have known to be here, too.
So I called Brett, and he answers the phone, and he's surprised to hear. He knows I'm not calling to go play golf, not 5 minutes to 12 noon. I go, you're coming in, aren't you? He goes, what for? I'm not on the schedule. I go, well, could you be on the schedule? We need you to. Well, okay, I'll get ready. I'll start coming in. He lives in Savage. Nordo, you're probably going to be there till about 2:30.
Yeah, I'm buckled up. Yeah, no, I got lunch coming.
You got lunch coming. I had lunch here. We had brisket, barbecue chicken, macaroni and cheese,
lucky,
coleslaw. I only ate half the chocolate chip cookie. I'm starting to gain back a little bit of weight that I lost. Right. I got to be careful there. So, but we're here and we're very excited and delighted to be joined by Nick and Jessica Lauer. They're the Federated Challenge co-chairs. And they cohabitate, too. They're husband and wife. That is correct. I got that right. I remember that from last year.
She puts up with me.
Yeah, I think you're a lot to put up with, and I don't even know you that well. I know you now from the last couple of years. You're the chairman and president and CEO of Federated Insurance, and you're from Ohio, and you remembered that my youngest son, baby brother Peter, is going to the Ohio State University.
Well said. And I like your headband as well you had on earlier. It's very nice.
I don't think they would like me wearing it here at Hazeltine.
No, you gotta be careful.
Yeah, they're very picky about what you wear. And it's funny. So Pete right now he has to do a presentation today for a model he put together. He's interning for private equity out in San Francisco right now. And he's under a lot of pressure right now. So hopefully he's doing well, that it goes well for him, because he'd like to get after the internship, you keep your fingers crossed that they go, hey, kid, we like you well enough.
Absolutely.
Would you like to come and work for us after you graduate? And I don't know if that's going to happen or not, but he's going back to the Ohio State. So he has to get transportation. So I leased him a car, little Equinox. It was Lakeshore blue, and I said, this is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. Well, when you see it out in the sunlight, it's that school up north blue. It looks exactly like it. Exactly like it. So I don't know if he can take it there.
Yeah.
If he shows up in that thing on the week of the big game and might get vandalized, they'll put big red O's all over it too.
It may not even run actually. So I'm worried about him from that standpoint.
Yeah. Well,
if he puts the yellow stripes on top of the car, then he's in trouble.
That'd be bad.
Yeah.
Then he's in big trouble. This is the 22nd annual Federated Challenge. Started back in 2005, right?
Yes, sir.
Man, 131 sponsors. That's a record. I even had to change the commercial ones because it was 130, and then you got somebody late, so they just keep coming. You never stop seeking sponsors, and people, they just want to be a part of Big Brothers Big Sisters.
We have incredible sponsors, 31 new sponsors this year for the very first time. Last night coming together, we had roughly 800 people in the room and raised $5,488,000 for Big Brothers Big Sisters.
How much?
Incredible night.
Yeah, that's an extraordinary amount of money for a charity event. And over the years, do we have an exact total of how much that's been over the years?
I'm going to give you close to exact, well over $67 million over 22 years for Big Brothers Big Sisters and the Federated Challenge program.
800 people last night at River Center, and Chris Carter was the keynote speaker. Is that correct?
Yes.
Chris has got a heck of a story, man.
You know what?
He went through it all. He had some. He got to the top, but he was at the bottom for a long time, too.
I mean, that was the first time that Jess and I had a chance to ever meet him, obviously, and always a big fan. But
went to Ohio State.
At the end of the day, a great human being.
Yeah.
He was just fun to talk to. His message was powerful, inspirational, talking about mentoring, the power of it. I mean, he told some really intimate stories, really, about just his life and the impact of mentoring, and it meant a lot to a lot of people. It really did.
Yeah. And Big Brothers Big Sisters does it's an extraordinary organization.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. Great people, and the Federated Challenge supports not just Minnesota but national Big Brothers Big Sisters. So it impacts our country, and it's a lot of great businesses coming together to support a wonderful cause.
And Big Brothers Big Sisters is basically, in a nutshell, what is like their mission statement? They're there for mentoring, correct?
Yeah.
Correct. Yes. Yes, it's matching adults with children that need somebody in their corner to help them through life, just to help them with positivity and advice and support.
And there's not only a need for that for kids, but also there's a need for more Big Brothers and Big Sisters. You're always seeking them out. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah. We've been a big couple now for 6 years.
Okay.
We have a little, and honestly, I think we get more from him than he gets from us sometimes. But
I hear that all the time from people.
Wonderful young man, and we love spending time with him, and I think he enjoys spending time with us. And it's just a great relationship. I mean, Jess told some stories last night. It's a friendship, it's a mentorship, it's a love. I mean, and a support for one another. It really is.
It's really so easy just to be there for a kid.
Yeah.
You know?
I anybody who has ever thought about being a big, I would talk to them in a heartbeat and just share stories. And it touches your heart. It really does, knowing that you're making a difference.
And I think we've talked about this last year, maybe even the year before. It's as big a time commitment as you want it to be, right?
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't have to be like, well, every weekend now I'm going to take, Billy or Susie or whatever, we're going to go do things. It can be as often as you want or even is infrequent, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, you can speak to that because you scheduled as well as anybody.
Yeah, I mean, it varies between our schedule and his schedule.
Right.
It depends on what he's doing and what we're doing, but it can be anywhere from a 15-minute outing with him, or it can be a 5-hour outing, depending on what you do with him. And really, we have the most fun when we're just hanging out at our house, having dinner or playing games in the backyard and just doing little things versus like big organized events and stuff like that. And Big Brothers Big Sisters makes it easy because they organize events every month, and there's tons of different activities for all age groups and interest levels, and you can just pick from there or choose your own things.
So for the bigs, there's not a major out-of-pocket expense either,
not
right?
at all.
Yeah.
Not at all. I mean, I think last time we were together, we bought a 99-cent airplane that we built together and tried to fly. So,
Right.
I mean,
how much fun is that?
It was a blast. I mean, it brought me back to my childhood, number one, building little planes and trying to fly them, and then seeing him do the same thing, and it flew much better when he did it versus me. That was a lot of fun as well.
Well, and when you're younger, you as a kid, you don't even understand that some of your friends or classmates or neighborhood kids are in need of that. You don't, they might have a family where the mom and dad are divorced and dad isn't around anymore, or mom's not around anymore. And they don't have that mentorship that they need to help them to achieve the most that they can.
Yeah, and our little has a very good family, and I think it's just an opportunity for him to have a conversation with somebody outside the family and having that support as well. So it's meaningful from that standpoint also.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And now you'll take these funds and they'll go to support Big Brothers, Big Sisters.
Yes,
every
sir.
cent of it, right?
Yep, every dollar of it.
Yeah.
Federated pays all the expenses of the event, so that every dollar that was raised last night, $5,488,000, goes directly to support Big Brothers Big Sisters.
And putting on a function like this, the 36-hole shotgun at Hazeltine National Golf Club in the game last night. Federated signed a pretty big check, so that's awful nice of you guys to do that.
It's a privilege.
Thanks for having us here. We always like joining joining Big Brothers Big Sisters and Federated to do the broadcast. If people are interested, and we're going to talk with some of the some of the people that are works for Big Brothers and Big Sisters. They run the different. As a matter of fact, it's the executive directors for the Southern, Central, and Twin Cities region for Big Brothers Big Sisters. Executive directors. We've had them on the air before. But if people would like to find out more, it's pretty simple.
Just jump online, make a phone call, whichever is easiest for you. They will connect you with the right people, and there's always a need for bigs, whether it's a big or a big couple. So there's a great need out there.
Nick and Jessica Lauer, Federated Challenge co-chairs, thanks so much. We appreciate all you do for Big Brothers Big Sisters, and thanks for having us here.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate you.
You bet. We'll take a short break. We'll come back with more. We're broadcasting live from Hazeltine National Golf Club. It's the Federated Challenge supporting Big Brothers Big Sisters right here on the Fan.
The Fan and BigDeck.com want to give you a shot to win bonus bucks with our national cash contest. Just enter the keyword preset at KFAN.com now for a shot at winning. The keyword is preset. Enter it now at KFAN.com.
The Common Man.
Who cares about comp?
Welcome back to the broadcast. We're at Hazeltine National Golf Course here in Chaska. It's for the Federated Challenge, supporting Big Brothers Big Sisters golf tournament. They had a morning shotgun that has come to its conclusion. Now they're wining and dining downstairs. Then the afternoon shotgun will go a little bit later. We're here till 3. We'll talk with some of the people that are involved in Big Brothers Big Sisters, including Michelle, Jackie, and Pat there with the Southern, Central, and Twin Cities branches of Big Brothers and Big Sisters. Time now for Peek at the Purple, brought to you by our friends at Affordable Electric. Minnesota summers, they get real hot when that temperature climbs like it is now. I think it's probably 90 now, feels close to 100. Your air conditioner's working overtime. That means your electrical panel does as well. If your breakers trip when the AC kicks on or your lights dim during peak heat, your system may be overloaded. Affordable Electric handles panel upgrades, dedicated circuits, and troubleshooting to keep your home running safely all summer long. 612-331-VOLT, 612-331-VOLT. Or visit affordable-electric.com, affordable-electric.com. Affordable Electric is shockingly, thank you, shocking. Sound effects on site today by Tennessee. You know, that's the place to do radio back in the olden days when they'd have those, they would do like detective shows or whatever, time now for the Green Hornet, and then they would have the Green Hornet, and they would have people there that would do sound effects by hand. That was the way it was in the olden days, so we'll be doing that.
It's not my specialty, but we'll give it a shot.
You sent this to me. This is from Josina Anderson, who I'm not familiar with who that is. Must be an insider.
She used to be at ESPN a while ago.
Okay. She writes, 4-time Pro Bowl defensive end Everson Griffin says he wants an NFL comeback.
Huh?
He says, my desire is to play again. I know the things that I've done. I've burnt bridges, but I feel like that's repairable. You don't have to worry about me going back to using again. And he was just in the news the other day. Last week. He was pulled over, was it down in Winona, I think? Winona or Wilmer, for a traffic violation doing like 62 and a 45 or something like that. And he wasn't under the influence, from what we know, from what the initial reports. And we already know that, Everson's had some issues. I think we're all aware of that. And he said he'd like to play again. I don't know how old he is. I don't know how. I mean, he was a hell of a player when he played. We know that. I mean, he was as good as it gets. He was a terrific player for the Vikings. And then
he's 38 years old.
38, yeah. You wonder. I mean,
which for edge rushers is very, very old.
Yeah. You don't blame him. We talk about this all the time. I talked about it 2 or 3 times last week when we were talking about LeBron, not ready to retire yet at 42. When you're a pro athlete, you've got a real limited time frame. Heck, they always talk about the prime of most athletes, and every sport is like, 26, 27, 28, 29 years old, that late 20s. So he would be what you would call well past his prime, but he can't. If you are gonna go back and play football, now would be the only time you can do it when you're 38. You can play at 38, but when you've been away from the game that long, I don't know if there'd be.
How long has it been?
I don't know. It seems like it's been 4 or 5 years for sure, right? And with I guarantee you, if he's in shape, there'll be a handful of teams that'll give him a look. Right? I mean, that's just how it is.
He last played in 2021.
Okay, so it's 5 years ago.
But, I mean, his last 2 years, he was part-time player.
Right. There are teams out there, though, that if they need an edge rusher and he's in shape, they'll take a look at him.
The Vikings need some depth at that position.
Exactly. So they could bring him in and say, okay, look, we know it's a long shot, but, hey, for everything you did for the organization, because you are trying to come back from a place that it's not been good for you for a number of you. He's had some mental health issues. He's had a lot of issues. So we're going to give you an opportunity to do it. Whether he can overcome all of that and come back and even come close to what he was before seems doubtful. But I think somebody would probably.
I don't think anyone's going to give him.
You don't think give him a chance?
No.
Yeah.
Like I said, he was a part-time player 5-6 years ago, so he was already showing from an athletic standpoint that he was wearing down a little bit. And then you combine that with all the off-the-field stuff.
Yeah.
I don't see anyone giving him a look.
Yeah. Well, you look at a guy.
I think he's being delusional.
Yeah. Well,
it'd be like me going, "Hey, I want to play for the Minnesota Wild."
I think as long as you don't eat ice cream 10 hours before the game, I think you probably could. Well, and you're probably right, and this is a different situation because he's much younger. But look at Terry and Arnold in the trouble he had with the and I don't know all the details. I don't remember all there was some kind of a robbery, or burglary. They think it was an inside job with some people that were doing work at his place. They went to go. They reported it to the police when the investigation wasn't going fast enough. Allegedly, Arnold had some of his pals go find these guys and threaten them and to get the money back. Now he's being charged with, I don't know, is it kidnapping and there's all if the charges that have been filed against him stick, he could serve life in prison. The Lions released him right away. Said, we're done with you. There have been, according to reports, there have been 4 or 5 teams that have reached out to him and said, well, innocent until proven guilty, because he was a first-round draft pick, if I'm not mistaken, first or second. And, he hadn't had a lot of success yet, but they still felt like there was talent there. Teams will try. Now, Griffin, a little from 25 years old to 38 years old is a big difference.
The more talented you are, the more the league is willing to overlook some of those things.
Yeah, that's exactly
But when you're 38, haven't played in 5 years, and the couple years you played when you were younger were not great, then all of a sudden that off-field stuff matters to them.
We wish him the best of luck.
Yes.
So,
I want nothing but happiness for Everson.
Rookies reported today. Is that what you think?
I think so.
Yeah, I think today. Because training camp, I think, starts on the weekend. Everybody will be there, and then the first broadcast is Monday. Are you going to be there on Monday? Because I'm out, remember. Did the program director tell you that?
I did go over, he did send out a schedule to all of us.
Okay.
Is it Monday? I'm looking at the wrong week.
Because I'm out for
Monday I'm in for you, but I will not be out there. We're going to be out there. You and I will be out there Tuesday and Wednesday next week.
Tuesday and Wednesday next week.
Are you aware of that?
Yes, I'm aware of that. I did. Yeah. I glanced at the schedule. I think we have 7 or 8 shows altogether out there. Because I'm gone this a week from today for the Hope Kids tournament that Don Barry and I have hosted for literally not just a bit, 13, 14 years. And then I'm going to be taking a week's vacation during that time too, so during training camp. I got to get ready for the football season as well as my own personal. I'm going golfing for a week. Okay. But anyway, a peek at the purple brought to you by our friends at Affordable Electric. For all of your electrical needs, it's affordable-electric.com. Short break. Back with more. We're at Hazeltine. Big Brothers, Big Sisters Federated Challenge right here on the Fan.
The Common Man.
You are the anchor of that radio station. You bring in the money. You make that station as $100 million. You.
We're at Hazeltine National Golf Club. Tenneby and I were here just a couple of weeks ago. This is we're here, though, not to play golf like we were last time. We're here for the Federated Challenge. Raised over $60 million over the years for Big Brothers, Big Sisters. Was it $5.5 million last night? I guess they're just shy of that. Chris Carter.
That's pretty crazy.
It's a lot of money, man. Chris Carter was the featured keynote speaker, and he, from what we understand, everybody tells us he did a great job. Speaking of golf, Tenneby. Oh, by the way, Brett Blakemore, thanks for coming in on short notice. We appreciate that.
Of course.
I told Nordo that you might get there about 2:30, but I heard that. You got her lickety split. So I'm glad you did. Thanks for showing up. So 3M Open. Did you watch any of it? Yeah. Hey, thanks for if you're driving by, honk at us. We appreciate that.
I did watch a lot of it. I basically watched up until Scotty Scheffler got off 18.
Yeah.
And at that point, I had to take my daughter to hockey, Sunday night hockey. So I didn't see the young kids the last couple holes. But at that point, I'm like, well, he's going to win this thing. So
Jackson Koiven. I had heard his name, knew really not much about him, other than he went to Auburn. He won, I think, I read it was 4 of the major college golf awards all in the same year. The Haskins Award, I don't think it was named after Clem, but I could be wrong. The Haskins Award, the Nicholas, the Hogan, and the Mickelson or something. Won them all. Kid's 21 years old. It's his 3rd pro start. He just exudes confidence. Afterwards, I saw the interview with
is it Amanda?
Yeah, with Amanda, and he has 3 words written on his glove, and one of them is dominate.
Love it.
So he's come to dominate, and she asked him at the very end. He goes, is something like, "Is this the beginning?" He goes, "More to come," or something like that. Yeah. So he
was asked too. I think in that interview, or at least I heard it somewhere. He was asked basically like, "What's your best attribute as a golfer?" Yeah. And he goes, "Well, my mind."
Yeah.
He goes. I go on the driving range, and I go, "Well, that guy's better. Like, he can hit better shots than I can, but I just mentally." I'm strong on the golf course and know that I can play with full confidence out there. Which let's be honest, on the golf course that is your most important attribute you can have.
And we've seen a lot of players over the years have great starts to their career and flame out, but he doesn't look like that kind of a player, man. He's just got the golf world in front of him. He was really good. I mean, he didn't back down at all. And apparently he said this during the interview too, and I read it in the Fisher. I think Lavelle wrote it. The crowd was kind of chided him a little bit, going, "Scotty's coming, Scotty's coming.
He's coming.
And he just stared him down. So, and then our guy, Muzzy, he had a great second day. Saturday not as good. Then he had a great Sunday. So he played really well.
He was either brilliant or brutal.
Yeah, he cashed a check for I think $45,000.
That's not a bad day's work. That's not a bad weekend's work.
That's a good weekend's work. So it was a lot of fun out there, but low scores. They can tear that course apart. A lot of it's talent. A lot of it's the equipment nowadays is so good. It's just so good. And so they went low, but yeah. So
I mean, you look at a lot of those holes too. I mean, not for me and not for you, but for the players at this level, like there's a handful of holes there. Like, well, those guys are birdieing, maybe eagle. Like every par 5, they can eagle them.
Yep, that's correct.
And then there's some short par 4s that. For guys at that level, you're expecting birdie almost every single time.
Yeah. Well, as a matter of fact, it was, I don't remember which player it was. It was one of the guys near the top on Saturday, and they moved 16 way up. So it was drivable.
Yeah.
And he was just short of the green, so he didn't hit a great, but a good drive. He didn't hit a very good chip. He got on the green, and then he hit the putt way past, and he made par, and they're like, oh my gosh, it was almost like,
disappointing to get par.
You made par. What are you doing, you loser? Everybody else is making birdie. But it was good stuff. So I'm just curious to see how good this kid can be, because 21 years old, 3rd start, wins in his 3rd start. And, not the deepest field in the world, but Scotty was there and a lot of other really good players. So it was pretty fun to watch.
Well, and he had a couple moments, right? Like he was comfortably in the lead the entire round, but there was a couple different sources. The one he had on 9, when Scotty started getting closer, and he could have easily bogeyed 9, which was probably one of the tougher holes out there.
Yeah.
And then it was at 12, the par 5, where he goes into the sand and pops it up. So he had another 15, 20-foot putt he had to hit to save par, and either of those don't go in. You never know if Scotty, puts a little bit more pressure on him. But
correct.
Those are 2 big putts for him to just keep Scotty at arm's length.
Yeah, well, that was the thing. Even. Scotty shoots, what did he end up shooting? Was it 64? I think he shot 64, 63, whatever it was. That's low score, but out there, not enough, especially when he was down 6 going into the round, and he cut it to 3, but that was all the closer. I guess the other kid just wouldn't back down. So, pretty good stuff out there out at TPC, the Twin Cities. I went to the Saints game on Saturday.
Did you? They're fun.
They are fun.
I like them.
Yeah, we went out to the Saints game. The hometown 9-1, 2-1. Pitching duel. 3 home runs. Wallner hit one. So many. You see, Walker Jenkins was playing.
Yeah.
Wallner, and Jenkins didn't have a very good game. He struck out, and he's supposed to be the star of the team. But yeah, we had a lot of fun out there. I enjoyed it.
Which game this weekend was it where the Woo Suck Go guy?
Oh, that was Friday. I didn't see that one. Yeah.
So you weren't at that one.
Yeah, the guy that we got in the trade from who did we trade? I don't remember where we got him from. It was Oakland or something. But yeah, he was
foreign substance
in his glove. Well, he's a foreigner, so maybe he didn't think
it wasn't foreign to him.
It wasn't foreign to him, so I think
native.
Yeah, so maybe he got a bad rap there, but yeah, that was it. So they have two guys that are like court jesters.
Oh yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, and which
characters were they?
Well, I don't know, but they're trying to fire up the crowd, right? And they're dancing.
Was the coach guy there?
Yeah, I think Coach Guy was there.
He's got like the mustache, the short shorts.
Yeah, it was. I don't know where they find these people, man. That's a hard job. I don't know if I could do it. I mean, they're trying to fire up the crowd. They dress in wacky clothing. It's 100 degrees. They're dancing and singing and doing everything on the dugouts, and I'm like, man, that's a hard job, man. That's like, that's like I couldn't do it. It's insane.
So. I've been to 2 Saints games this year.
Okay.
First game we went early in the year was Samson's baseball team was the team that got to go on the field.
Okay.
For the national anthem ahead of time, and they kept giving Coach Guy crap the entire time, going, "Your mustache is fake," and they just Coach Guy played along with it. Well, then so we went. It had been just 2 weeks ago, something like that. We went to a Saints game, and Coach Guy comes up to me and recognizes me because his wife. Is a teacher at a school that my kids used to go to. She used to, so we had a conversation with him for a long time. So I was asking him about the job and the gig. I'm like, because that night we had like an hour rain delay when we were there, right? We're sitting there for the rain to pass over. I'm like, do you get like overtime pay on nights like this? He's like, nope. And if they get postponed, you're getting the same paycheck no matter what, and so that would be the worst part of the job. Is not only do you have to try to rile up. The couple thousand people that are there and get them into it. But, you never know when those games are going to go extra innings. You don't know if you're going to be at a 5-hour game or a 2-hour game. If you got to sit through a rain delay, you could be there the entire night.
The creative department with the St. Paul Saints, it must get hard to figure out what they do between innings because they still do the tire race.
Yeah.
They did. They have another one where they have. This has been the last. So they get 2 guys out of the crowd, and they take a baseball bat and stand it up.
Yeah.
And then they put their forehead on the knob of it, and then they spin around. They run around it in circles to get real dizzy. Then they're supposed to hit a ball off the batting tee, and they can't do it. I mean, they just basically miss it because they're so dizzy. Then they have the toilet paper toss. So they've got somebody throwing rolls of toilet paper. And they got and the 2 participants have I don't know what it is they're wearing, but they're wearing something that looks like a giant diaper, and they're trying to catch them in there. And then they had
the word shuffle where they had to take the 5 letters and shuffle them into words.
And they couldn't get it. It was like Wordle, and I'm looking at it, and I'm going, what was the word now? But everybody can see it, and they couldn't figure it out. It was really bad. So yeah, I'm wondering who's in charge of coming up with. We got to come up with something new, man. We got to use this. Yeah. So, okay, what do we do now? I don't know where they turn from here, but every inning they came. Oh, they have the airplane one where they have the guy's got a giant model airplane. And he throws it out into he's above the wall on the walkway above right field, and his buddy's down there, and he's trying to catch it. And if you catch all 3, you win $1 million. I mean, I'm exaggerating. I don't remember what the prize was, but he got the first one, and the other one just came crashing, flaming down. It's like, and I gotta admit, usually that
did they do the karaoke singing? Was that guy there? That character?
No.
There's one of the guys who will randomly just sing a karaoke song, and he's a biblically bad singer, just awful.
Yeah.
And that's the joke behind it.
Maybe he did. I don't remember. There were so many of them. I will say this, though. Usually those kinds of, I'm not a big NFL halftime show guy, none of that stuff. That's right. I found myself anxiously awaiting what was next because more so than the game.
Oh yeah.
I'm sitting like, it's 2 outs. Get this guy out. I want to see what they're going to do with the next between the next one. So it was entertaining. They do it right there. There's no question about that. But
they almost have to be more creative than all the Major League Baseball teams. That's their shtick, right?
There was the crowd was sparse. I mean, it was hot. I mean, it was 90 degrees.
Weather will have an impact on it.
So it was sparse crowd, but we enjoyed it. I sat in a lot of different places. I had the tickets. But they were so sparse. I said, well, let's move up over there.
Did you have the Rosen tickets?
Yeah, Rosen tickets. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, weren't
so
quite
beautiful.
not quite that nice. I got them through the radio station, so those aren't bad. They're up the third baseline, 6-7 rows back. But I could go again. I thought it was kind
of. They got a nice little area behind center field for the children.
Yep.
You can do they have like a little playground area out there. Got like a wall climb. You can throw a baseball. Accuracy competitions. Right. They got some good stuff. The kids like going. They like going back there.
The big story, and when I realized we weren't in studio, I know this wouldn't happen. We could have had a montage today. You saw the Vixen, right?
I wouldn't even know where to find Vixen highlights.
Well, that's it. I don't know what we would have to have JG come in. I wonder if there are. The Vixen, I didn't even realize the Women's Football Alliance was still operating. The Vixens defeated the Pittsburgh Passion 42-14 Saturday in Canton, Ohio, home of the Pro Football Hall of Fame. The Vixen are the longest continuously operating women's tackle football team in the nation, starting play in 1999. They were the soon-to-be big game world champion Minnesota Vikings of the Women's Football Alliance. They were 0-4 in league championships, just like the Purple are 0-4 in the big game, and they won. They entered the game averaging 43.7 points per game and allowing just 10.7. That's according to ESPN. Even ESPN's following this and doing stats for it. And there's a game story. I mean, it's there. It says, the Vixen recovered a fumble by Pittsburgh quarterback Makai Chavez 36 seconds into the game, leading to a Tiff Wright 1-yard touchdown run 4 minutes later.
Big play by Tiff.
Big play by Tiff.
Yeah.
The Vixen went ahead 14-0 on a 1-yard touchdown pass from quarterback Aaron Kelly to Edie Halverson. That was midway through the first quarter. Early in the second quarter, receiver Jackie Radford took a handoff from Kelly, little razzle-dazzle, and swept around the right side for a 16-yard tutty run, leaping over the goal line. The Vixen lead grew to 21-0. If it's a fight, they stop it. Then the Vixen blew the game open with a wild sequence on Pittsburgh's next drive. Minnesota linebacker Paige Condi intercepted a Chavez pass and returned it down the sideline 40 yards before fumbling as she was tackled. The Passion recovered at their own 25. 5 plays later, Condi intercepted Chavez again, and this time reached the end zone after a 50-yard touchdown run, up 28-0. Now you're thinking it's over? Touchdown, 2-point conversion, onside kick is all they need. They cut it eventually got to 35-7 at the half. And then it was just a laugh.
I felt like the Passion didn't play with enough passion.
Well, I think that was the mistake.
An issue for them.
Yeah, they weren't very passionate. So this isn't the lingerie football league, right?
No, I think it's actual real.
Yeah, this is real football.
Women's football.
Okay.
Now, are all the Vixen from Minnesota, or is it like professionally where they're from everywhere? Do we have any one of us on the roster?
Let me see. I guess I don't have it. It said Patrick Royce contributed reporting for this story. So I don't know if Royce went to Canton and covered it. Yeah, look up the Vixen roster and see what we have. See if anybody's if we're all from in-state.
Let's see if it says. Oh, is it flag football? When I go to mnvixen.com, the first. Oh, it just says new. So it sounds like you can play flag football.
Oh.
Well, speaking of flag football, there was some flag football on ESPN this weekend.
Okay.
I think it's like national tournaments. It was kind of entertaining.
Seriously?
Yeah, they had like 14U boys. I saw a little bit of the high school girls yesterday. I missed I had moved on to 3M Open yesterday, so I didn't watch the championship or anything, but I kind of enjoyed watching it. It's fun to watch.
Let's see the Vixen team roster.
So they have a tackle roster and a flag roster. It doesn't say where they're from.
Well, it'd be nice to know.
Tiff writes number 0, though. Maybe if I click on her. Oh, yeah, she's from Kansas.
She's not in Kansas anymore. I know that. So anyway, we got our championship in football. We've been looking for one for such a long time, and the Vixen brought one to us. And you know what I heard about their coach? Quarterback whisperer. No, really, that their quarterback can take any coach, or their coach can take any quarterback and coach.
Who owns the Vixen? Do they have owners?
Maybe the Wills have something in it. I don't know.
It's a pretty, there's a lot of girls on this team. I was assuming it wasn't going to be this big of a roster.
Yeah. They've got a fan club.
I mean, they have... They have, over 60 people on here.
Team features several standout athletes named to the 2026 WFA All-Pro First Team. Well, when you win the World Championship, of course, we'll certainly...
Like who? I can give you a bio on all of them if I just have to...
Aaron Kelly, Jackie Radford, Paige Kupelik, Marissa Akensey.
Oh, Aaron Kelly can play.
Kaylee DeMasson and Jocelyn Tanner, along with Britt Peterson. And you know Tenneby as well as anybody that noon to 3 probably does more to promote women's sports than maybe forget the radio station, just anybody in town. I mean, my favorite segment of the show every day is Good Game by
Sarah Spain.
Sarah Spain. That's my favorite segment. We at 2:30 every day, coming out of that break, we get an update from Sarah Spain. Good game from Sarah Spain. So congratulations to the Vixen. And,
so Aaron Kelly, WFAN All-American in 2022, 2023, 24, 25, 26. She was the team MVP in 2024. Offensive Player of the Year in 2022. She's been the captain the last 4 years. She's from Pontiac, Illinois. Started playing basketball and softball at a young age. Played basketball in college for D1 Basketball Southern Illinois University, Edwardsville.
Okay.
Her career in the health and fitness world brought her to Minnesota, where she realized she wanted to continue to compete in sports at a high level, which led her to football. All-America quarterback.
Yeah.
Just her 4th year playing football.
She's the Pat Mahomes of the Vixen, it sounds like. Of the, what's the name of it? The Women's Football Alliance? I think it's the WFL Women's Football, or WFA Women's Football Alliance. So good for them. Congratulations. Maybe we can get their broadcast rights. We own every other one in town. There isn't many we don't have. So congratulations to them. Let's go ahead and do this. Let's take a break. We'll come back. We're broadcasting live from Hazeltine National Golf Course. It's a big day out here. It's a golf tournament for Big Brothers Big Sisters. They had a big gala last night. We talked earlier to Nick and Jessica Lauer. They're the Federated Challenge co-chairs. This is the 22nd annual. They raised just under $5.5 million last night. And I think Nick said that they, over the years, it's been like $60-some million they've raised for Big Brothers Big Sisters. So big tournament, gala last night, all for a good cause. We'll take a break. We'll come back. 5:34 at the top of the hour. Tenneby, what you got for us?
Yeah, big day out here, but also a big week for your Minnesota Twins.
The Common Man.
I couldn't stop wiping away tears because I thought it was such a brilliant 35-minute setup for just one.